What would you say is more pleasurable, fully kicking someone up the backside, or saying the words, "I must go punch that baby"?
I must go punch that baby.
God, that's tricky.
It's tricky.
They might be equal for different reasons, you know? It's like the intention of going to punch a baby as opposed to actually kicking a man in the... Ghoulies.
Yeah.
It's really, you know, just to have that written for you and to get to experience both.
And to say it in a very arch, delightfully crisp English accent.
Oh, but yes.
Understand, me never lived outside God's house.
What?
So Bella's so much to discover. And your sad face makes me discover angry feelings for you.
That, to me, is part of the appeal of this character.
That's right.
You can just... There's something about hiding in an accent that lets you...
Feels so good. Lets you be so free.
I even felt like you slapped Mark Ruffalo with an English accent.
You think?
Yeah, it felt that way.
Oh.
That's really sweet.
Like
Thank you. That means a lot.
The ultimate compliment.
You will confine yourself to 3 phrases. How marvelous, delighted, and how do they make the pastry so crisp, yes?
Very difficult not to talk in his accent, isn't it?
It's difficult to talk in an accent for some people.
For me.
Become the very thing I hate, a grasping succubus of a lover. Tried many of them off me, now I'm it.
The photographer yesterday, did I tell you this?
No.
The photographer yesterday said, "What was that accent?" And I said, "Well, maybe it wasn't so great." He's like, "You said it, not me." I was like,
It works beautifully.
Thanks, man.
It may not be totally authentic,
Who
but it
says
works
he's
beautifully.
fucking English? I think he's an American affecting an English accent.
Mark,
it's a little presumptuous
You're being
of you.
defensive. You're
Sorry.
being defensive.
All right. I'm sorry.
Stick by it.
Stick by it.
Beautiful performance.
Hold it.
You're great. You
Thank
don't
you.
have to explain.
But Oscar Isaac is on his way.
I was like, "Do you want to send me home, Yorgos? I can't get the accent. I don't, you know."
The joke was Oscar Isaac was working
yeah.
in the other part of the studio, and he kept on saying, "I know he's here to replace me."
And one day he comes into rehearsal, and Oscar's like, "Hey, man, good job, but it's time to go home." He still gets it. He takes it out of my hand right at the moment of victory.
Bella, this is Mr. McCandles.
Hello, Bella.
It was really fun. I had this moment with Christopher Abbott where he was just so excited that we were Americans doing British accents because he was like, "It's always the other way around. Now we're doing it.
It's our time."
Yes, you know. And I was like, "Yeah, you know." We had a great accent coach who really made, you know, because Yorgos doesn't like doing any sort of post audio stuff. It's you got to get it right on set. Mm-hmm. So he was really, we worked really hard on it.
It is your body, Bella Baxter. Yours to give freely.
I generally charged 30 francs.
Well, that seems low.
Why would you say we love Bella so much? And I know it's an expensive question, but
It's a very expensive
she's
question.
on another level.
She's so special. Learning about the character, the story, all of it, I became completely obsessed with her. I think because there's I can't compare her to anyone. She's her own creature and not having, you know, any history of shame or self-judgment.
We will need less of your tongue in the future, but overall most agreeable.
And she's just so curious about everything, and everything is like equally balanced, even if it's difficult things, beautiful things. All of it sort of holds equal weight to her because it's life. She's so fascinated by all of it. So it's very inspiring, that Bella. And she's very silly.
She's a silly lady.
She could be a silly, silly gal.
No better displayed than by the dance moves. And please tell me you had names for the moves. Because I struggle to describe what's going on with words.
I feel like we did, but I don't remember what they were at this juncture, because this was over 2 years ago. But I feel like we did have some names for them.
With that dance sequence, congratulations.
Thanks.
Because it's another level, and I want every wedding I go to to somehow recreate portions of it.
Really?
Please.
Thank you.
It'd be a very cool club wedding.
It would be.
I know you're not obviously in the scene, but surely there was a temptation to go and watch that dance happening.
I don't think I was around, but
Yeah,
yes,
really,
I
no.
would have been jealous because I like to dance and it's
You're a
hard to
great
dance, and
dancer.
I wanted to dance.
I
too.
wanted to see you dance.
But that's my place in the movie. I'm the guy that doesn't dance.
It's the character credit.
You get the.
You're always reading now, Bella. You're losing some of your adorable way of speaking.
I'm a changeable feast, as are all of we.
I would have struggled on set not to have burst out laughing, corpsed, broken.
Oh, yeah.
When Mark is shouting, Bella!
Oh, completely. I didn't have to be in that shot, and for good reason. Bella! It's just coverage on him. Bella! That was improv, by the way. He was pulling a little streetcar.
A tiny
Just
wee
a
one.
touch of the streetcar.
Just a smidge. Were there any other moments where you really struggled to keep your mouth like that?
A good amount of the time, but we got so much of that out in rehearsal because there were 3 weeks of just like, you know, being completely goofy and insane together, all of us, that we sort of, you know, worked out a lot of that. It was more like weird inside jokes that would make us laugh than within it. It was less the dialogue or what was actually happening in the scenes, and then just like things that would make us laugh, like Willem in this one scene near the beginning, I say something to him about, did he cut my parents up, basically. You need to see the movie to understand what that means. And he goes, no. And Yorgos and I thought that was the funniest thing ever. And so every time he had to just say no, we still do it to this day. We all go, no. But it's stupid. Like, it's not funny now. It's just, you know, to anyone else, it was just funny to us.
It's making me laugh because I could see it with all of his prosthetics on.
No.
That's delightful.
Bella.
Why keep it in my mouth if it is revolting?
When we were doing the where's my money? When I got punched in the stomach and I just fell down and no one was expecting that. And, and then we just all burst into laughter.
Beautiful.
The one like greatest note I get from Yorgos was just him laughing off camera during the performance. Oh, the other one I was laughing my ass off is when I'm dragging her off trying to throw her off the.
Oh, that was good.
I buried my face in her crotch and was just laughing so hard.
That's one way of hiding it. Yep, that's one way.
Tell me, where did she come from?
I shall. For it is a happy tale.
What about working with Emma? She's in pretty much, if not entirely, every scene. I know she produces it. It's her passion project. I get that. Did you ever just catch yourself staring in awe? Because that is not an easy gig.
No, I mean, she's unbelievable. I would just kind of watch the way she was building the physicality, the language,
Yes.
and then making decisions, and then somehow she still seemed happy.
And
It
having
wasn't
fun.
one of those, don't talk to me, I'm stressed. It was huge smile, positive, unbelievable.
She'll go far. News just in.
I feel good about her future, which I think she was, and it was weird. She was having some doubts, and I actually kind of was like, I think you're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it'll be okay.
You got this. You got this.
I can't let you go.
If you do not, Bella shall turn rotten with hate.
And this is another tricky one, but how have you been describing this movie pithily to friends and family? Like, you're coming home from a day's work. What have you done today? No. No. You've had a day. How are you describing it?
It's a very tricky one. I mean, at certain points, I don't want to give anything away. Then some days I'm like, oh, I'm too tired. I'll just tell you, there's a baby's brain in her body, whatever. But, I think if I had to describe it to anybody now, I would just say it's the story of a woman who is born anew and is experiencing all of life for the first time, but she's fully grown already. So what would that be if you could experience everything for the first time and grow rapidly? That's not really a great description, is it?
Plus Yorgos.
Plus it's funny.
Done.
Yeah.
It's a riff on a female Frankenstein coming of age story that's a little naughty.
Done.
Is that all right?
That is perfect. Cut it, print it, frame it,
Good.
roll it out. Do you ever
Oscar Isaac could have done it better.
You could have done it in an accent.
I say it's filthy, it's disgusting, and it is worth your time.
Filthy, disgusting, worth your time.
Yeah.
Posters.
Put it on the poster.
Done.
I tried talking to marketing about that as a tagline.
Yeah.
And they said, we just kind of, we're happy you performed in it. Maybe don't call the marketing department. You don't have anything to do with this.
I love the phrase, we're going in a different direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been said to me a lot in my life. And then so I just kind of tend to pick, make my own direction. And then
Here you are.
here I am talking to you.
I am Bella Baxter, and there is a world to enjoy, circumnavigate.
It is the goal of all to progress, grow.
What would you say about quote-unquote weird films and how important it is for us to support movies that are out there?
I guess one man's weird is another man's right down the middle. You know what I mean?
This basic film couldn't be more meaty. Just
Couldn't be more just a straightforward. Just to speak to kind of Yorgos's filmography, as a lot of people have called his films weird, to me at least. And I think that he kind of he's drawn to these sort of environments that are surrealistic in a way, but they also ask more questions than they give answers. And I think any art of any kind that can do that, where you're left kind of going, what do I feel about this? What effect does this have on me? And it's very individual, is a great thing.
To be challenged is to enjoy art.
Yeah.
It shouldn't just be packaged up for you.
Although sometimes it's really fun just to let go and have a great time and be entertained. But this hopefully kind of encompasses both, because I think it's very funny. But it also, makes you sort of reflect on your own life and your own choices and society and all of these things.
And we started talking about the accent and the voice, but this is a left field question and I like asking it, so indulge me. Do you have a favourite British turn of phrase? One that when you hear it, you go, only here.
Budge up.
Budge up.
Yeah, budge up.
As in scooch.
Yeah, budge up.
Budge up.
Like scooch over. That's only in England.
In my head, it's you sitting next to Willem, sitting next to Mark at the
budge
canteen.
Up. Yeah, budge up. I love that one. But there's so many great, phrases and things. And
have you ever heard of squeaky bum time?
No, what's that?
That is when things are so hairy, like you're on tenterhooks, that I'm told you move in your seat and it squeaks.
Oh, because you've sweat through? Got it.
Tight like that.
Like tight like that.
And then you budge up.
That's great. And then you budge up and it's squeaky bum time. That's great. Perfect.
It's even better in your voice.
Those really go hand in hand.
No, I mean, it was perfect. Emma, thank you for this film.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, genuinely.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to keep up to date. You can listen to my Radio 1 movies and TV podcast, Screen Time, on BBC Sounds. And you can find these interviews in full on BBC iPlayer by searching Movies with Ali Plumb.